What's going on, guys? It's Dre here, and welcome back to the channel for another episode of our Seattle franchise series that we got going on. In our last episode, we did the regular season, we played in the postseason, we did the draft, the free agent signings, the re-signings of our players, with the hopes of getting back to the playoffs to get the Stanley Cup here to Seattle once more. But unfortunately, we didn't. That didn't happen to us. So in this video, we're going to be doing the exact same thing, and hopefully these new additions help us out. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor if you haven't already done so. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, as I'm working to reach 1,000 subs, and every single sub helps, and I really appreciate it. Also, I'm trying to get about 10 likes in this video, so do me a favor, hit that like. Let's aim for 10, if not more. I appreciate it. So I want to know what you guys thought on this team. You think we're able to go and win the Stanley Cup? Is this team going to be a consistent player? Leave me in the comments as we get into the team. Also, I'm probably going to be starting up a rebuild, and I'd like to know what team you guys like to see. So leave some comments about that. What team are you looking for? The Devils, the Sabres, etc., Canadians. But let's take a look at our forwards here. We got Landeskog, Eklund, Taylor Hall, Jonathan Drouin, Gaucher, Weidman, Greenway, Krebs, Hartman, McKay, Frost, and McAllen make up our players. And on defense, we have Jake Bean, Pesci, Josie, Romanov, Smith, and Schneider. I think it's a good setup there with them. Wallstead and Kakona make up our goalies. And let's get into the video. The regular season comes to an end for the Seattle Kraken, but not before making the Stanley Cup playoffs once again. So we're a pretty perennial team that's in the playoffs, and we're going to look at the stats and all the players, points production, and see how we fared off. So we ended up with 91 points for 43 wins and 34 losses, and we had a pretty good scoring percentage. So William Eklund, Landeskog actually the team in points with Taylor Hall, Gaucher, Weidman, Drouin, Krebs, Hartman, Frost, McKay, Greenway, all these points here. As you guys can see as I'm scrolling down here with Elias Anderson and McKalen being the bottom two players, playing about 40-something games each. And then Jake Bean, Ty Smith, Drysdale, Romanov, Taves, Pesci, Schneider, and Alexiev are defensemen and their point statuses. And Alexiev and Schneider have the least amount of points along with Pesci. Pesci, I was kind of disappointed. I thought you would have scored more points, but it is what it is. Wallstead with 37, 19, and 3 overtime loss, 3 shots, 9, 10, 276, and Ottinger 2 and 5 with 9, 11, and 259. So pretty good stats for my goalies, and here we are going to be playing against the San Jose Sharks in the first round playoff matchup that we got going on. What's going to happen here? Let's take a look. Boom! 4-0 sweep of the Sharks to set up a date with the Vancouver Canucks as our rivalry continues with them. And this is going to turn into a good series, but not enough for the Canucks to win. So we take over and we go face the Winnipeg Jets in the Western Conference Finals. We are 4 wins away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals again, but the eventual Stanley Cup winner, the Winnipeg Jets, eliminated us in 6 games. So unfortunately, we did not get to win Lord Stanley this year, but the Jets did. Now let's go take a look at all the point productions from our team players. So William Eklund with 22 for our team. Drouin 17, Weidman 16, 15 for Gaucher, Landeskog with 14, Krebs with 11, Hall and Hartman with 9, Frost with 7, Greenway with a miserable 2 points in 17 games. I expected more out of him, but it is what it is. Jake Bean with 15 leading the way with Ty Smith 11, Drysdale 5, Romanov 3, Taves 2, Pesci 2, and Schneider 0. Again, I expected better from my defensemen. I'm paying you guys good money, and you guys did not live up to expectations. Except for you, Jake Bean, you pretty did good. So Wallstead got 10 wins, 6 losses, 1 overtime loss, a 909 and 286, no shutouts. I needed you to be better. I mean, I know you're still younger than 24 years old, but whatever. So Sheffield leads the league with Connor and William Eklund are top 3 players when it comes to the entire scoring in the playoffs. So that's actually pretty good to have one of our players there. And then the defensemen, Hedman, Seth Jones, and Sergachev round up the top 3 for defensemen. And, a little Jake Bean there, top 4 in 17 games. That's pretty good. Hellebuyck, Vazlev, and Rodrigue are the main goaltenders that, produce the top 3. And so Stanley Cup winner Winnipeg Jets with the President's Trophy going to Vancouver, Clarence Campbell going to the Jets, and the Wales Trophy to Tampa Bay. Sheffield wins the Art and the Hart. Fox wins the Norris Trophy. Lady Bean goes to Kucherov. The Calder goes to Goddard from St. Louis. Conn Smith to Sheffield. Vezina to Demko. The Jennings to Demko. The Bill Madison to McCabe. Jack Adams award goes to Matt Dumont from Shark. Frank Selke goes to Barkov. Ted Lindsay to Sheffield. And the Maurice Richard also goes to Sheffield. So the draft lottery results are: Anaheim gets the first pick, Washington the second, Dallas, St. Louis, Nashville, Boston, Calgary, Arizona, Vegas, New Jersey, Minnesota, I missed one there, Islanders, Rangers, Ottawa, Pittsburgh, and Montreal. So these players that are going to be picked up by these should be some good drafts. So let's take a look and see what we get. So another order of business we're going to be doing is we're going to be trading away Taylor Hall to the Chicago Blackhawks for another left wing forward for 3 years control cost, just because the salary cap is too much. So we get rid of him, and Taylor Hall, goodbye. Our draft pick was Jarvis, Thornton, and Montgomery. We only had 3 picks, but it is what it is. We're going to offer Schneider 4.2 over 3 million. I mean, 4.2 million over 3 years. We're going to give Greenway 3 years at 2.525 million, and Svechnikov 1 year at 1.775. I think these are good numbers. We're also going to trade Pesce and our Seattle second for Timo Meier and a third. Pesce is going to be gone. So our new lineups with that trade is Drouin, Eklund, and Meyer on the top line, with Gaucher, Landeskog, Weidman, Hartman, Krebs, Greenway, Svechnikov, Frost, and McCallum. Our top 6 is looking Jake Bean, Jamie Drysdale, Ty Smith, Romanov, Taves, and Schneider to round up our top 6 defensemen. I look the way it looks. And we have Wallstedt and Oettinger once again to back up our goaltending. So this is where the video is going to end. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video when we continue the season going forward. And again, if you haven't already done so, please don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Also, if you look up at the top, there's a link to all my other videos from the Seattle franchises if you haven't caught up with them. So once again, don't forget, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. All right, take care.